How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Talking Wolves and welcome back to a very different video today where I am going to be going over 5 players that Wolves may well look to sign this January transfer window. As we all know, Wolves are struggling for goals at the moment, and as it stands, that seems to be the real reason of our slight downfall and this mini crisis that we're having at Molineux. I've put together a list of 5 players based on reports, based on a little bit of my knowledge. 4 of them have actually been reported in the press before. One of them is one that I've used with a little bit of make-believe and my own knowledge, but obviously we'll go through all of those. And of course, I'm not saying we're going to sign every single one of these players. One or maybe even 2 of them may well join Wolves in January, with Raul Jimenez doing okay, but not quite getting the support. Wolves are obviously going to be looking for a slightly different option. Leo Bonatini seems like he's not going to be getting a run in and may well be sold in January. So another 2 or 3 forwards may well be bought this winter window. But let's start off with number 1. It's Divock Origi. Now, Origi's a really interesting one. He's been linked with Wolves for quite a while now. Even in summer, there were a few reports. But most recently, in the last month or so, there have been reports all over the press about Origi being on Wolves' shortlist. Of course, this weekend, he got his first Liverpool appearance of the season and went and bagged the winner, quite controversially, I'll say controversially, in the Merseyside derby. In the end, a mistake from Jordan Pickford. Obviously, he picked up the pieces and got the winner in the 96th minute. But, of course, just on that little cameo alone, he showed what skill he had, his pace of trying to get around men, and it would definitely suit Wolves quite a lot. And there is plenty of people, as with every transfer rumour, I suppose, plenty of people seeing the goods and the bad side of this forward. I think Origi would be a great signing for Wolves. Still only 23 years of age, of course, Belgian. As I say, Derby Day winner. I think he's been reported around £20 million or up to £20 million for Wolves to sign him. And his goal record isn't overly bad either. His minute-to-goal record is decent. Of course, had loan stints at various other places. I think he really needs a move to settle down, and Wolves could definitely be that club. Number 2 is another player that's been rumoured with Wolves. It's Mr. Wu Li, the Chinese forward. Again, this is one that is going to have massive debate. But recently, he's beaten the likes of Paulinho and Renato Augusto in the Chinese Super League Player of the Year. He's won the Golden Boot this season for scoring 27 goals in 29 games. And recently, he said he would be open to a move abroad. Now, Wolves back in summer were linked with Wu Li, but with how the Chinese Super League runs, it runs from March to November. So it has sort of been banged on through the middle of their season, which for any player, especially for someone that's lived in China for, 27 years, it's going to be very hard just halfway through a season to pick up your bags and move on. But as I say, Wolves were linked with him in the summer. He said now he's going to be open to a move abroad. He's getting on a little bit. He's 27 years of age. If he's going to make the move, he's going to need to make it now. But honestly, I don't think this would be an overly bad move for Wolves. It'd definitely be a risk. That's definitely one thing that it will be. But for Wolves, for Fosun, yeah, they've said it before. I think, they've brought in Dong De-hee from Notts County, who's a young Chinese forward. If we'll ever see him, that remains to be seen. But yeah, Wu Li coming in, shirt sales, commercially for Wolves, it'd be massive. As I say, as a signing for the first team, it'd be a massive risk. But as an option there, with his goal rate, with the players that he's beaten to his awards, there's definitely a little bit of quality there. If we did sign him, I would suspect that we would bring in another forward as well. The third player, again, this one is the one that I sort of said there's not been any real reports of, but I would never be surprised to see us make a move for him. It's Mr. Radamel Falcao. You may be laughing at me on this one, but it's a very similar situation to what happened with João Moutinho in the summer. Of course, Falcao now getting on a little bit. 32 years of age, got vast experience at the top level of football. Spain, France, even had stints in England for Manchester United and Chelsea. Well, they didn't really go to plan, did they? So, for his last hurrah in his career, he may want one last chance to do it on the big stage in England. Wolves may well be the club to do that because his agent is Mr. Jorge Mendes. Jorge Mendes is the agent of Falcao. And, Monaco now out of continental competitions. Not really a lot to play for. I say not a lot to play for, to be fair. They're struggling in League 1 at the moment. But, Falcao, Monaco may look for a different avenue to look down. Thierry Henry may not be there much longer. He seems to be really struggling. And Monaco may well cash in. Falcao would be a good option for Wolves, although he's not quite got that edge edge of pace anymore. He's an absolute predator in and around the area. So as long as Wolves can get the service up to him, the Colombian could be a real option to come to Molineux. Number 4 is Mbaye Diagne. He's been reported plenty of times over the last couple of months or so to joining Wolves. It's even been reported that Wolves have met up with the representatives of the 27-year-old Senegalese forward. He's been on fire at the moment in the Turkish Super League. 14 goals in 13 games for him. He's 6'3". He's an absolute beast. He's huge. Although he's not quick aerially and as a guy on the ball to hold up the ball, fairly similar to Raul Jimenez, I suppose, but he's been finding the net. Again, he's probably going to need service, but if you can get balls into him, mate, this guy's he's going to win those headers. It may not be the solution that Wolves are strictly looking for, because I know a lot of you guys as fans really want someone to get him behind, get a bit of pace going, but definitely an option with his current, his current form. Definitely not to be sniffed at. 10 million euros is what is rumoured that Kassim Paşa, his current club, want for him. And at that, in today's market, that seems to be a bit of a bargain. And the final player that we're going to be looking at is Emiliano Salah. The Argentine forward is currently playing for FC Nantes in Ligue 1 again in France. And already this season he's doing all right. 11 goals in 14 games, 28 years of age now. So plenty of these players are actually on sort of the second half of their career almost. Again, 6'2", again, not the quickest. Quite similar to Diagne, where, I think the fans are going to want someone a bit more exciting, probably like Origi really, to get him behind a bit of pace. But again, real aerial threat. This time though, Nantes value him at around 25 million euros. The price for him is a bit more steep. But again, two players there in Diagne and Salah that would be very astute pieces of business. Of course, you guys are going to leave me your thoughts in the comment section down below. Out of those 5, which ones would you take? Of course, as I say, there have been plenty of reports on the likes of Origi, Woolley, Diagne and Salah. Falcao, not so much, but I thought, maybe put 2 and 2 together on that one and see what you guys thought on that. I've seen plenty of fans talk about Edin Dzeko, the likes of these big forwards, but it looks like, especially now Roma have qualified for the knockout stages of the Champions League, he won't be going anywhere. So, of course, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Which players around Europe or around the world that you'd like to Wolves to take a punt on? If you've seen any Portuguese players that you think Mendes may work his magic on bringing to Molineux, let me know. But as always, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Plenty of match day content coming out very soon. And hopefully we see Wolves start picking up the wins very, very soon. Until next time, I'll see you all very, very soon.